Muy buenas tardes otra vez. Soy el profesor Richie de Costa Rica. Muy bien, okay? We are going to talk about today the spelling changes in our verbs, okay? The orthographic changes, cambios ortográficos, all right? We're talking about 4.2, 4.3 in Portales, yes? Okay? We're also going to look at 4.1, which deals with the verb ir, to go, ir, yes? Okay? And we'll finish up with the irregular first person singular forms of verbs, okay? That is to say, like tengo has an irregular first person singular, yes? Yo tengo. Vengo, yo vengo. There are several others, and we'll talk about those as well. So for now, okay, let's look here, all right? We have a test coming up, okay? And part of the test will have to do with the verb ir, okay? The verb ir, okay? Ir. That's what? Voy. Again, what? Vas. See? What else? Va. Vamos. See? Vamos. And van. See? To go. To go, okay? I go, yo voy, yo voy. You go, tú vas, okay? He goes, él va. She goes, ella va. You go, usted va, okay? Nosotros vamos. Now, you see vamos. Vamos is we go. We go to the store. We go to the movies. Vamos al cine. We go to the movies. This is also let's go, because you hear people say, vamos hombres, let's go. Vamos a la playa. Let's go to the beach. Okay? So, vamos has several different meanings. You'll also hear vámonos, okay? Which also means let's go. But I'm not going to cover that now. Just remember the name, vámonos. Okay? That's let's go. So is vamos. Okay? All right. So, we know the verb. Voy, vas, va. Repita, por favor. Voy, vas, va, vamos, van. Muy bien, okay? So, this is our conjugation. It's an irregular verb. And we notice voy, okay? It's one of 4 hoy verbs, yes? Okay? What are the other 2 that we know so far? Good. Soy and estoy. Exactly, okay? I call them the hoy verbs. It's easy for me to remember. They're irregular. They don't make any sense like we have our templates for the AR, ER, and IR verbs. Okay? So, voy, vas, va, vamos, van. All right. We also combine this voy, vas, va, vamos, and van, yes, with a. With a. So, voy, a. Just like up here. Ir plus a plus the infinitive. That's what 4.1 tells you. Okay? And it's an expression in Spanish that we use all the time, okay? I'm going to write a letter to my mother. Voy a escribir una carta a mi mamá, okay? Are you going to eat now? Okay? Are you going to eat now? Vas a comer ahora, okay? Is she going to sleep now? It's 10 o'clock at night. Is she going to sleep? Okay. Va a dormir. Va a dormir. Okay. What are we going to do tonight? Oh, let's see. We're going to watch TV. We're going to watch TV. Vamos a mirar la televisión. Vamos a mirar. Repita. Voy a escribir una carta. I'm going to write a letter. Yes, okay? You're going to eat. Vas a comer. You see the a in each one of these cases here, yes? The a is not translated. We see I'm going. Yes, I'm going to write. Boy, but there's an a there. That's an idiomatic expression. It's particular to Spanish. So, voy a escribir, I'm going to write. The a's got to be there. It's part of the language. It's just like tengo que. Remember tener and tener que? Tengo que, all right? Tengo que escribir. I have to write a letter to my aunt, okay? I have to eat. Tengo que comer. I have to go. Tengo que ir. I have to go, okay? Tengo que ir. I have to go. So that's the verb ir. Ir. Not complicated. But on the test, okay, you'll have a section where you have to fill in what you're going to do if something happens. One example, okay? María prepara una sopa y un sándwich. Mary is preparing soup and a sandwich. Ahora, now, okay? Ella, now, what's she going to do? She's going to put it in the refrigerator? No, she's probably going to eat it, okay? She's probably going to eat it. So she's prepared a soup and sandwich. Ahora, ella, what? Va a comer. And you have to finish the sentences with ir plus a plus the infinitive. And there's a group of those, okay? All right, so that's the verb ir. Let's move this out of the way and get to 4.2 and 4.3, which are spelling changes, okay? These are spelling changes. We've already seen that with the verb tener, yes? We saw tener because it was irregular. Tengo. We had an irregular first person singular, okay? We also had T-I-E-N-E-S, okay? Tú tienes. We had a spelling change here. These are the spelling changes that occur in the stem of the verb. In the stem of the verb. What's the stem? Well, we talked about the stem earlier, all right? The stem is what's left after you take off the AR, the ER, or the IR. So in the case of tener, we take off the ER, that's your stem. In the case of hablar, see, an AR verb, we take off the AR, that's your stem. And we referred to that before when we talked about adding o, as, a, amos, yes, and an, just as a review. This was our template for all of our AR verbs. Well, now the template stays the same. The template stays the same. And let's take a verb up here like preferir. 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 What's the stem of the verb? The stem of the verb is prefer. P-R-E-F-E-R. So, what are we talking about changing? We're talking about changing the E to I-E. We're talking about changing the E to I-E. Or in a verb like jugar, okay? We're talking about changing the U to U-E. Or in a verb like dormir, D-O-R-M-I-R, to sleep, we're talking about changing the O to U-E. So there are several different groups of these verbs. Several different groups of these verbs. Okay? And the template is the same for all of them. That is to say, E to I-E, okay? O to U-E, E to I, and that U to U-E, the model is the same. The model is the same. So let's just take the verb up here, preferir, okay? You'll notice in your text in 4.2, okay, that preferir, okay, is an E to I-E change. And usually, if you look at your vocabulary list, in parentheses next to it, you'll see E to I-E. That means that this verb changes in the first person, prefiero, that is to say, that E becomes an I-E in the yo form, yes? In the tu form, okay? Prefieres, the usted form, yes? Prefieres, prefiere. You notice the change, yes? The nosotros does not have a change. The nosotros does not have a change. So the nosotros is just going to be what? Preferimos, okay? Because the o and the es and the e and the imos, okay, they stay the same. That's our template for IR verbs, because this is an IR verb, yes? It's an IR verb. My eye is not too good there, yes? That's a little better. Thank you. Okay? Nosotros, and then finally, our third person plural, yes? Ellos, okay? Prefieren. See? Let's try that one more time here, okay? Eye-hand coordination. Prefieren. Yes? Prefieren. So our change occurs in the first person, second person, third person singular, and in the third person plural. Okay? Looked at another way, okay? Let's pick another verb, okay? One that's a little smaller, okay? Pensar, okay? Pensar. We have pienso, okay? Piensa, and we notice it's an AR verb, so the O and the as and the a stay the same, okay? It's just we have a change, IE here, in the first, second, and third person singular. No change in the mos form, pensamos, yes? Pensamos, and then finally, piensan. Piensan. So, if we look at it this way, okay, we can see it looks like a boot or a shoe, Michael Jordan sneaker, okay? A boot or a shoe, Michael Jordan sneaker. That's where our changes take place. I call this boot verbs, okay? Figure it any way you want to, okay? But there's no change in the mos. No change in the mos, whether it's amos, hemos, or imos, okay? So, pienso, piensas, piensa. Repita. Pienso, piensas, piensa. Pensamos, piensan. Okay? So, the change takes place, whether it's an O to UE, an E to I, an E to I, a U to UE, the template is the same. The template is the same. So, in our sentences, when you look at this in the test, yes, and you have to figure this out, and you look at hoy, Cassandra, today, Cassandra, and we've got to fill in the correct form of the verb preferir, okay? Who's the subject? Cassandra is the subject. Ella, she's the subject. So, we're going to change the preferir, which is in parentheses, to what? Prefiere. Prefiere. Cassandra prefiere, she prefers, to go to the movies. Lucky girl, yes, okay. Prefiere ir, she prefers to go. She prefers to eat. Prefiere comer. She prefers to write a letter to her aunt, okay. Prefiere escribir una carta a su tía, okay. So you're catching on, yes? All right. Here's jugar. Los atletas. Who's this? That's plural, yes? That's a bunch of them. They. Los atletas, and the verb here then, U-E-G-A-N. Juegan, because we're changing it, okay? Finally, okay, let's take this one up here. Fernando y yo. Ferdinand and I. No, here's the verb ver. That's another one of those teeny weeny verbs, and you'll see that across the page. It just kind of sneaks in here, okay? Ver. And that verb, very simply, is veo, ves, ve, vemos, yes, and ven, okay? I see, yes, you see, ves, okay? He sees, she sees, okay? Ves, ve, then vemos, we see, and ven, y'all see, okay? Bien. So, over here, we have to look now, Fernando y yo. Who's that? That's Fernando and I. Oh, that's we. So what's the verb form going to fit in here? Okay? Vemos, exactly. So you have to fill those verb forms in, and there's a bunch of those. So you've got to know this vocabulary. And you've got to know what the subject is. That's the key. Look at the subject of the verb. Then you'll know where it fits. Look at the subject of the verb. Here's Cassandra. You know it's a prefiere. Yes? Here it's los atletas. Plural. The guys. The athletes. Juegan. Yes? Juegan. Okay? And up here, Fernando y yo, we, that's the most. We. With me so far, yes? Okay, good. Finally, que. Here's a question. Que. A escribir. Ah, there's that ir a plus the infinitive, yes? So we've got to conjugate the ir. Que. And who's the subject? Who's the subject here? Ah, way over here at the end. Tu. So what's the tu form of ir? Okay? Boy, yes? Vas, va, yes? Boy, vas. There's the tu form, vas. So, que what? Que vas. Que vas a escribir tú. What are you going to write? You see this? What are you going, that's not translated, to write? What are you going to write? And here's the subject. Here's the subject. This could be Roberto here, yes? Que blank a escribir Roberto. Then it would have to be pa. What am I going to write? I've got a big pad here. I've got to write a composition. What am I going to write? Que, what am I going to write? Que voy a escribir. Of course, the two wouldn't be there if it's voy. Que voy a escribir. We would put yo. Que voy a escribir yo. Okay. ¿Comprenden? ¿Comprenden? Pues gracias. Muy buenas tardes otra vez. Okay, now we're going to look at 4.4 in Portales, chapter 4. 4.4. We've covered the verb ir in 4.1. We've covered the irregular spelling changes, okay, the stem changing verbs, okay, in 4.2 and 4.3. Now we're going to look at 4.4. Irregular first person singulars. What does that mean? Irregular. It just simply means the yo form is different. The yo form is different. We've seen it with tengo. We've seen it with what? Vengo. Okay? And we also know that these verbs have a spelling change. This is an E to IE change, yes? This is also an E to IE change, okay? All right. Let's look at a couple of these verbs. Decir. That's the model that they give you at the top of the page. Decir. The first person singular is yo. What is it? Digo. And of course these are also found in the back of the text in the appendices. Appendices, okay? They are A12, A13, A14. You can look these verbs up and we've talked about that in class. Yes? So, yo digo, okay? This happens to be an E to I change verb. So, it's very much like the tener with the tango in the beginning, and then you have spelling changes later. Yes? So this is digo, dices, right? Dice, right? Decimos, because remember the most doesn't have a spelling change, and what? Dicen, yes, dicen. So there are several other verbs that are like this that have an irregular yo form. Another verb is what? Hacer, to make or to do. And that happens to be what? Hago, right? Hago. Another verb, okay? Poner. Ah, the first person singular is pongo. Pongo. These are irregular, but they're only irregular in the first person singular yo form. This verb happens to have a change, E to I, all the way through. But it's also here, so they put them in the same group. Irregular first person singulars. Yes? Hago. But then what? Haces. Haces, because you're taking off the ER, right? O, es, e. Haces, hace. Hacemos, hacen. Yes? Okay? Same with poner. Pongo. But this is regular. Pones. What? Then what? Pone. And so on. Okay? You with me on this? Yes? So we have hago and pongo and tengo and vengo and digo. There's also traigo from the verb traer. Traer. ER verb. traer, but it's different, okay? Traigo, traigo, but it's regular for the rest of the verb. Traes, trae, and so on, okay? So, study these verbs, okay? Because all of these verbs, okay, are all part of spelling changes in the language. Whether it's first person singular, or it's an E to IE, O to UE, E to IE, or like jugar, remember jugar, okay? Jugar, jugar to play, yes? That's an oddball, okay? There aren't too many other verbs like that. That's just what? Juego. Juego al fútbol. Los lunes. I play football. Juego al tenis. Me gusta tenis. Sí, tenis. Sí. Looks like I'm sword fighting instead of playing tennis. Okay, see. Sometimes it works out that way. Juego. And then what? Juegas. And then what? Juega. That's the same boot. Same boot, yes? That we looked at before. Jugar. Decir has that same boot, only this is what? This is digo up here. It's a little different. Then dices, dice. Decimos, regular, and then dicen. Gracias y muy buenas tardes. ¿Cuál es tu pasatiempo favorito?
Pues prefiero nadar en la piscina y bucear y pescar en el mar.
Muy bien.
También quiero tomar el sol en la playa.
Bueno, qué día más magnífico.
Gracias, Señor. En mis ratos libres quiero leer mis correos electrónicos. Ah, hola, mamá.
¿Y los deportes? ¿Cuál es tu favorito?
Me gusta baloncesto y quiero jugar al fútbol cuando puedo. Los fines de semana me gusta pasear en bicicleta en las calles, mirar el mar y las personas que pescan.